Hi, I'm Angie. Welcome back to my channel. Today is our class. So this is going to be class number 2 about writing a poem. Okay, so last time in our last class, we were discussing the different types of poetry. Not that they really matter per se as far as writing goes. You just kind of go with the flow and with how you're feeling and how you want to convey your message. Our homework was to make an outline, basically, with the title of your poem and then the subject. So basically what you wanted your poem to be about. Did you guys get that done? Did anybody get a name for their poem? Put that in the comments and let me know the name of your poem and then your subject. So what is that going to be about? Mine is the beach. My title, I figured it out, is going to be Son of a Beach, with sun spelled S-U-N, because I do love the sun. Boy, I miss that. Let me just tell you, because last night it was cold and rainy, and then we had freezing rain. We did not get any snow where I'm at in North Florida, although I've seen some spots in southern Georgia that got quite a bit of snow. So I'm a little miffed about the fact that we didn't get any snow if it's going to be this flipping cold. But anyway, back to class. So, like I said, mine's called Son of a Beach, and my subject is everything I see at the beach on a bright sunny day, as if I'm telling somebody that has never been to the beach before. Like I'm trying to convince them to go to the beach because of all of its beauty, because of the sights, the fun, the smells. Okay, so I started by just basically writing down what do I like about the beach. So I thought I would put the sun. How do I like the sun? Why do I like the sun? It's warm on my skin. The fact that it tans me. It's got to be a good temperature for swimming. It warms up the water so that we can swim in the ocean. The Gulf of America. And it's inviting to get out in. I think whenever it's sunny, it just kind of draws me to the beach. That's just a thing for me. The beauty of it, rising and setting. Then next, I thought the sand. Okay, what do I like about the sand at the beach? Well, we can play games like frisbee, football, kadima, which is paddleball. We called it kadima back in my day. Flying kites, building sandcastles, like my other poem. You remember my other poem about building that sandcastle? Take a walk with me. Seagull chases, which, kids love to do when there's a group of seagulls. They just like to run after them and chase them. That's fun. Shell hunting, which has been one of my favorite things in the whole world to do at the beach. I just love shell hunting. I've got so many, lots of shells. Walking, grounding, because we all know that's good for us. A lot of people like to exercise in the sand because it works different muscles. A lot of people do it barefoot because it works different muscles, and it's also grounding, so it's really good for your circulation, your immune system. It's just fabulous. Walking in the sand is amazing. Then the water. What do I like about the water? Well, there's the beautiful wave noises as they're rolling in. Sometimes they're crashing against the shore there. Sometimes they're crashing against rocks, not where I go typically, but they could be. Sometimes they're just rolling in really softly, and I just love that noise. It's kind of repetitive, and it's just beautiful. Calm peacefulness. Fishing, I love to fish. It can be in the ocean. It can be at a marina. I've gone fishing numerous times at the marina, or any marina, because there's several of them in Pinellas County where I like to go. There is swimming, snorkeling, floating, boating, surfing, sandbars you can go out to, you can float out to, you can swim out to, any of those kind of things that you can do in the water. The atmosphere. What do I like about the atmosphere of the beach? I like no stress, because the beach is there's like no stress. There's no thinking about work. There's no, stressing about having to, get there or leave at a certain time. I mean, there's really no stress about the beach. The sheer beauty of the beach. I mean, it can be sunrise or sunset. It doesn't matter. There's people there at all times. Lots of people come at sunrise and sunset to take pictures because it's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous thing and it's an amazing thing for your heart just to be there, to absorb the beauty, especially at sunrise and sunset. It's fun, it's playful, people are always playing and kids are running around and just having a good old time. It's freedom because you can do whatever you want. You can swim, you can tan, you can just sit there and read a book. It's calming and it's beautiful. It's relaxing. You can play music, whatever kind of music. If you're into, spicy music or something that's, upbeat, or even calm music to listen to. You can go there with your family, you can go there with your friends. There's drum circles on some beaches where, people come from all around just to play drums on certain nights of the week or whatever. There's food, there's drinks, nature. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous place. Okay, what smells? What smells do I like about the beach? Well, I think the smell of the ocean is fantastic. I do like the smell of sunscreen, although I never use it. Never anymore. Since I learned things about it that no. Don't use the sunscreen at all. It's fresh, the air is fresh, it's breezy, it's usually always breezy, salty, sometimes seaweedy, sometimes fishy, because it depends, on the time of year or whatever. If there's, a lot of times when the seaweed breaks off and comes in and sits on the beach, it kind of emits a kind of smell that it's absorbed, being in the ocean for however long it was in, and then it just comes in and sits on the beach and gives that smell, although it doesn't bother me because I love the beach, and that's just kind of one of those things you get used to and you just kind of look forward to when you're sitting on the beach. I like to just bring a towel, kind of dig a little hole for my butt a little bit in the sand so it doesn't hurt my back, and just kind of sit there and soak up the sun. And then when I get hot, go for a swim. I like to bring my mask, and I like to look for fish. So I kind of like to go to the beach when it's semi-clear and look for fish, and just as I'm swimming, like at the top. And I look for shells and stuff too, and sand dollars and that kind of stuff. That's making me want to go to the beach, even though it's like 30-something degrees out here in Florida today. But it's something to look forward to. And yes. Okay, so son of a beach. So those are things to think about. What do you like about whatever your subject is? Name some things that you like about it. Name some things you don't like. It can be things you don't like too. I mean, that can be, the source of your poem as well, if you're doing something to bring awareness to something else. So my subjects my subject is everything I see on the beach, but what do I like about the beach? The sun, the sand, the water, the atmosphere, the smells, kind of every piece of our senses, basically. So that's another thought that can help you to formulate what you're going to write your poem about. So that's all I got for today. So that's your homework. Maybe make an outline. You were supposed to make an outline with the title of your poem and the theme, but this just gives a little more in-depth of, some ideas that you can pull from to make your poem. And that makes it a little easier to write when you have, a list of things that you can include in your poem, and that helps with rhyming as well. I sometimes have to look up words. I usually sometimes use Word Hippo to look up words that rhyme with other words, just so that I can get an idea of more words that may not be coming right to my mind at that time, so that I can try to formulate my thought using those types of words, like just different words than what I'm rhyming in my mind, because sometimes it's sometimes I go so fast when I'm writing poetry that I get stuck in some areas. And then I'm like, okay, well, I've got the next line and the next line, so let me write those down. And then I get stuck on the one before. So I have to look up words and try to put them together so that it makes sense. So that's it. So what do you like about your subject? What do you not like about your subject? And then do your 5 or 6 things with each sense, with each of your senses, and then get back to me. Put that in the comments if you've thought of some things, if you've started your poem, if you were in the flow and you have your subject and your theme and the words started flowing, that's fantastic. If not, then let's work on it a little more. Try and get some of the things done that I've suggested so far, and then we'll check in next week. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous Wednesday. I hope it warms up wherever you are just a little bit so that it doesn't feel so chilly. And have a fabulous, fabulous Wednesday. I love you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening. If you liked this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me so that more people can see it. And then go ahead and like it, or go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can be reminded to come back tomorrow for a poem, and then every other day for a poem, because I do share one every day. And I wrote another one last night, so I've got a lot to share. So I love you guys. Have a great Wednesday. Happy hump day, and we'll see you tomorrow.